Hey guys, this is Makeda of the Boston Bidoofs, and today I'm going to be going over my Week 10 team, aka the quarterfinals of YCL Season 5 versus a familiar opponent, the Chernobyl Dragalges, coached by Bruno7. And this is basically a rematch. On Week 5, we had a battle, and it didn't go too well because there ended up being a DC in the middle of it, which kind of tilted me because it took us like an hour to get it back to the place where it was during the actual battle. And by that time, I was already over it, so I kind of threw. I could have at least had a 3-0, ended up as a 4-0. But this week, I am not intending to throw it all. This is the quarterfinals. I did make it to playoffs this season, so I'm excited. Um, and yeah, this is the team that I came up with to deal with him. So last time, he whittled my team down very slowly with Toxic Stall. Once my Ninetales was dead, I didn't have a way to heal my team of the status, so that's kind of going to be a problem this week as well. But you'll see I did take some extra precautions this time. Went for a lot more passive approach as opposed to an aggressive one, and we'll see how it fares. I think it's done me really well in practice, so we'll have to see how it goes in reality, and hopefully it works out. So first up, we have Cobalion, who was not here last time. This is essentially the Ninetales replacement. It is a steel type to absorb those toxics. It deals with Licky Licky with close combat, and you can see it's kind of weird. It's kind of a mixed set. It's got a close combat and flash cannon for the Wheezing, because it does more than Ironhead with full attack investment, allowing me to two-hit KO that Wheezing, catching it by surprise. Also, you can see he doesn't really do anything to the Aegis Slash, so having Thunder Wave there is quite nice, as well as the taunt to deal with it as best as possible without having to slot any moves, because Cobalion doesn't really get any coverage to hit the Aegis Slash with. Excuse me. So the Thunder Wave and the taunt are going to be really nice. Taunt to prevent the King Shield and the Toxic, where Thunder Wave is to cripple it entirely, allowing Tangrowth or Swampert, or Slowking even, to outspeed it. And that's going to be very helpful. You can see I have taunt on a few things this week. I had it on more, but of course 4 move slot syndrome is a thing, so I had to take it off. But I think it's going to fare well as a nice alternative to Heal Bell, because I feel like my things outspeed just barely enough to deal with those status moves. However, taunt does not affect the Licky Licky, so that's going to be quite annoying, especially if he Cobalion switches into a body slam and gets paralyzed. But it's not the end of the world. Cobalion's really just there to absorb toxics anyway, so it could be worse in that situation. And if I can get a Thunder Wave off, hey, even better. Next up is my Tangrowth. I have leftovers this week, full specially defensive with 12 speed, because last time we battled, the Licky Licky and the Tangrowth did have a speed tie, which was detrimental to me because, of course, he got the Toxic off before my substitute. If I had won that coin flip, I think it would have been a lot different of a battle, but it doesn't really matter too much. I'm bringing essentially the same set this week, Earthquake, Toxic, Leech Seed, Substitute, because as you can see, I have them on his bench, the Moltres and the Verzion, but he could absolutely bring them. And Toxic Leech Seed gives me a nice option after I sub, depending on what he decides to bring in. Wheezing as well is very good to wall this thing. Excuse me. But I have a lot of things that can deal with it, so I'm not too worried. I just want to be annoying. That's really the deal of Tangrowth this week, is to be annoying, and nothing really counters it. Nothing can OHKO it. I'm not going to bring it in on a Moltres or on a Flamethrower from Wheezing, so by the time Tangrowth comes out, it's not going to die, unless it's already been whittled down enough to where the regenerator health was not enough to keep it alive, and that's probably by the time I've lost the game. So hopefully this will be enough. The 12 speed enough for the Licky Licky, and if my opponent is smart and put 8 EVs instead of 4, because we had this problem last week, I have 12 just in case. Probably could have done 20 like I did with Swampert, but it'll have to do. I didn't want to sacrifice too much bulk, even though it is pretty negligible at that low of an EV number. I wanted to make sure it would be just as bulky as possible, just in case. Next up is Slowking. Yes, I brought Slowking Assault Vest again, essentially the exact same set as last time, because honestly, it's just great against his team. He can't OHKO it with anything. A Dark Pulse flinch from the Hydreigon will be annoying, but it's not the end of the world. And I do fully expect him to bring Hydreigon this time. He didn't bring it last time. He brought Mudsdale. As you can see, I have Mudsdale on the bench, which honestly is also a really good option for him. The problem is I just don't think he can slot Licky Licky, Weezing, Mudsdale, and Moltres on the same team. So he's going to have some variant of 2 of those walls at any given time. And honestly, Slowking is just a monster. He brings Moltres. I have Swampert and Slowking. Sorry, it's really late at night. Yeah, it's gonna be a good Pokemon. If I get knocked off, I get knocked off. It'll probably die anyway. But for the most part, I'm expecting it to deal a lot of damage on the switch to something. Hopefully get a Scald Burn on the Aegislash if he's bringing it in on this, expecting a Psychic. There's just a lot of counterplay. It's a great wall to the Starmie, even if it has Grass Knot or Thunderbolt. Yeah, because Regenerator just heals up, and I deal just as much damage as they do to me, so that's my Slowking set this week. Next up, not least, of course, is my Swampert. I almost didn't bring Swampert this time, and the reason being, it just doesn't stay alive. It takes a couple of hits and then it dies because it's so slow. So this week, I opted for the Resto Chesto set, and the reason for that is, of course, to keep it healthy. Liquidation Earthquake, not the best combination, still gets pretty annoyed by Moltres, but that's why I have the rest. I also have Stealth Rocks, because Stealth Rocks is going to be quite nice on his team, especially if he decides not to bring Moltres again. He doesn't really have a reliable removal, and if he brings Starmie, like with Rapid Spin, you're sacrificing a lot of damage on something for a Rapid Spin, especially since he brought Life Orb last time. If he is Life Orb again, Rapid Spin is going to do more to him than it will to me, honestly, because Stealth Rock is just a nice convenience. It's not ideal, or it's not extremely important for my team, and as you can see, I have no removal for hazards of my own this week, so preserving the heavy duty boots on the Mandibuzz is going to be very important. And since my main removal would be Defog, not having it means I can keep Stealth Rocks up on his side of the field if I need to. So yeah, that's my Swampert set. Hopefully it works out. Even if I get burned by the Moltres Flame Body, I have Liquidation. Earthquake is there for the Aegislash, of course. Does not proc King's Shield. And you know, it's just honestly the best best way that I can one-hit that Aegislash. Do I foresee it happening? No, not likely. He's probably going to be my sack if it comes down to taking a hit from Hydreigon or something. But I do think he has potential, and that's why he's on the team. I had to take it again because you saw the damage it did last time. Even though that was choice specs, I did opt for physical this time because most of my team is special. So yeah. Next up, of course, is the Mandibuzz. Can't leave the Mandibuzz out, especially when there's an Aegislash. Knock off Brave Bird, Taunt, and Roost. I had to Fog over Brave Bird, but I just cannot sacrifice the ability to one-hit that Virizion. If it comes in on a knockoff and gets that Justified boost, it's going to be very annoying, so I want to be able to kill it in one hit as soon as possible, and that's what the Brave Bird is for. I could bring Dual Wing Bait and not take the recoil, but at the end of the day, that misses. I want to make sure if Virizion gets set up, I can kill it in one hit. Mandibuzz does not die to a Stone Edge unless it crits, which would be very unfortunate, but again, it's a Stone Edge. It can miss as well. I've been very lucky with my opponent missing this season. I don't expect it to happen again, but if it does, I'm going to be very grateful. But yeah, for the most part, Mandibuzz is just a huge monster. Taunt is going to destroy the strategies of a lot of his tanky mons. Only thing, it's unaffected by Licky Licky, or Licky Licky is unaffected by Taunt, so that's going to be a little unfortunate. But I have Virizion, or I have Cobalion, and I have Tangrowth to outspeed, and I have just a lot of fast things that, honestly, once they're poisoned at the end of the game, I'm just going to be pivoting out a lot, like Tangrowth, Slowking. They're going to be pivoting in and out, so I'm not too worried. I know it's risky considering how much the Toxic messed me up last season, but hey, it's a risk I'm going to have to take in order to make it a very one-sided battle. Hopefully, if it works out, I feel like this team is very one-sided in my favor. So we'll have to see. And last but not least, of course, is my Zeraora with Expert Belt. Almost didn't bring him either. He's just not been pulling his weight this season, which is unfortunate. But honestly, Special's the way to go, because last time I brought protective pads, which is obviously a good idea, because he has a lot of things that I don't want to touch physically. But I'm like, you know what? Why would I bring protective pads when I could just go special and not do contact anyway? So I am the same as essentially last week. I just slotted Play Rough over Calm Mind and Volt Switch over Aura Sphere, because Grass Knot does a lot of damage to the Raikou, not more than Aura Sphere would, which is interesting, but it is what it is. Allows me to switch in on Raikou and not have to worry about getting Scald Burned on Swampert, because that would be annoying, even though I have the Chesto Berry. Thunderbolt 2-hit KOs Blade for Meteor Slash, which is nice. Oko Starmie. Grass Knot still 2-hit KOs the Mudsdale if it comes. If it has Ridno Berry, that's okay, but I'm not expecting him to bring Mudsdale this time. Rindoberry would be annoying, but I'm pretty much switching into Tangrowth 100% of the time if I see a Mudsdale. So I'm not too worried about that. Expert Belt gives me just enough damage for the Play Rough, even when I'm a Modest Nature, to kill a Hydreigon. And so that's why I have Play Rough slotted onto there. But honestly, Zeraora is another sack, honestly. It deals with those things that I mentioned quite nicely. Does a good, decent amount of damage to the Weezing. Obviously kills the Palpitoad if he brings it. He's not going to bring it though. Only things it doesn't really touch are the Mudsdale and the Hydreigon, which are two big threats, but not the Hydreigon, sorry, the Raikou. But the Raikou also can't really touch me, so it's not the end of the day, end of the world. I really hope that I can turn that 8-1 into an 8-2. He is the highest ranking person this season in terms of win-loss, and I hope to take that from him by the end of the day. I would love to win this season. I feel like I'm kind of the underdog. I was 8th place out of the 8 playoff spots. I did barely make it in. Because my last battle was very down to the wire. If I had lost that battle, I would not have made playoffs, and I only won because of a heat wave miss. So at the end of the day, I have to prove that I belong in this playoff spot. I feel like this is a great opponent for me to prove that I am a good player. Not that anyone doubts that. I think everyone in the playoffs is a good player at the end of the day. But it's this season has been very lucky for me. I feel like a lot of my battles, because I don't draft ideally. I think I draft a lot of things that I want to use, what I think would be fun, but not necessarily provide the most synergy or fill all the roles that I need to fulfill. So I hope that I did this team well. I hope that if I win this battle, I can take it all the way. I hope that regardless on if I win or lose this battle, it'll be fun, and that you guys enjoy. So let me get right into the battle. I hope you guys enjoy and wish me luck. Alright, so the battle has begun, and he did not bring Raikou this time, but he did bring the Hydreigon as I expected, which is okay, because Raikou's kind of annoying, so I'm glad that's gone. He did bring Mudsdale. Is that the perfect spot again? Alright. I'm just going to lead Zeraora. I have no reason not to. He led Starmie last time. Even if he switches into Mudsdale, I really don't mind too much. I'm probably just going to scout with a Grass Knot regardless, because nothing Okos me. Unless it's like Hydreigon and I really want to kill it, I'll just click Play Rough. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, good luck. Have fun to my opponent. Hopefully we get a good rematch this time, because last time, obviously, there was a disconnection. So if that happens again, honestly, I don't think I have the patience for that. We'll see what happens. That Aegislash is a threat, though. So hopefully I can deal with it with all my taunt users and my Thunder Wave. Alright, let's see what he does. He might just straight up lead Mudsdale, because I know he led Starmie last time. Perfect. And I decided to bring Shiny this week because I had to use it once. I really like the Shiny. I don't die to this. I'm just gonna click Grass Knot. He flip turns out. Okay, he's Scarfed. Good to know, good to know. I gotta see if he's Rindoberry. Getting this out of the way right away is gonna be really nice if it is Rindoberry. And it is. Okay, so that's the Rindoberry gone. That's very nice. Don't care about the stamina. The question is, does he go Stealth Rocks? I think he goes Stealth Rocks, but regardless, I'm going to go into Slow King. No. Yeah, I'm going to go Slow King. Because I don't care if Slow King gets poisoned as much as I care about Tangrowth, because Tangrowth is a subset. So I'm just going to go straight into Slow King here. He withdrew. Okay. Perfect. That's great. I think Psychic's too obvious. I could go for Ice Beam. I'm gonna click Ice Beam just to see what he does. I am Assault Vest. He Toxic. Damn. I should have clicked Psychic. This thing would be gone. It's okay though. It's gonna do a good chunk. And now I don't think he'll switch into Hydreigon. He's not Black Sludge. Rocky Helmet? Did I miss it? It's probably Rocky Helmet. I'm just going to pick Psychic, because if he stays in, nothing he attacks with will kill me. He withdrew. Okay. Licky licky. That's fine. That did a decent chunk. Maybe he's physical this time. No, straight into Cobalion. I'm already Toxic, he's probably not going to click it. But I also don't really care too much about him being paralyzed. So I know he has the Wheezing. And he probably has Protect, so I'm still going to click Close Combat here, because if he does Protect, he's going to heal himself. See, I use Close Combat, and then I'm going to click Flash Cannon as he brings the Wheezing in. Oh, he just stayed in. Choppleberry, okay. Earthquake, maybe? That's okay. Body Press. Yeah, it shouldn't kill, but I did a good chunk. So, do I kill? I don't think I kill after that, but I'm just going to go into Tangrowth. Choppleberry, Rindoberry, huh? What did he double into? Okay. Going back into Slow King. He's probably just going to flip turn, because why would I stay in on a Tangrowth? But that's fine. Yeah. I should have subbed. But I really didn't want to risk taking the damage. If he sends out Hydreigon, I'm just going to Ice Beam. Aegis Slash. Okay. I think the plan's the same, but with flamethrower. Because I should live even with the toxic damage. If he goes for the straight up attack, we'll see. He's taking a while. Oh god, please tell me we didn't DC. Alright, so we're about to be back to where we were last time, and let me tell you, this game does not want us to battle because we had trouble resetting 3 times. So he's going to flip turn into Aegis last year, and then this is the turn where the servers stopped working. So I'm going to click Flamethrower again. See what he does. But when we were remaking, the Ice Beam froze the Wheezing the first time, and it was frozen for 10 turns, and so we're like, okay, we'll just reset because we don't want any timer shenanigans. So then we reset, and he crit my Cobalion on the body press and killed it, so we had to reset again. And then I accidentally only locked Zero Aura as my only mon because I was rushing too fast, so then we had to reset again. And then he had another battle, so we had to wait. So now we're back to the battle. Of course, he sets up sub again. I'm assuming it's going to be a very similar set to last time. Yeah. And the good news is, having the Slow King already toxic means that when I switch into Mandibuzz, he's not going to click toxic. So I'm just going to go straight for taunt. Keep clicking sub, that's fine. Leftovers is annoying, but I'll get it eventually. Perfect. It's not gonna work again. Sorry, buddy. Let's see what he's got. Shadow Ball again? Looks like a repeat. Which is great. So that means that he's going to either lose his leftovers this turn or die, or he's going to switch into something that's going to lose its item, or that already is missing its item, probably like Mudstale or something. But let's see. Maybe Licky Licky. Oh yeah, Mudstale. That's fine. I've taken very little damage, so I don't die to a Stone Edge. I'm just going to taunt it. Perfect. Taunt's coming in clutch so far. Storming. Okay. That's good. I should outspeed. Oh, he put more speed. No! Repeat. Repeat. I wonder how much speed he put on it. Maybe he did 16. That'd be funny. That's okay though. Alright. Protect, Wish, Heal Bell, Body Press. Which, no, not Heal Bell. Protect, Wish, Toxic Body Press, which means he does not have Heal Bell. So he's essentially bought basically the same team and switched up a couple of items, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to get a Leech Seed off on something. Assuming I don't miss. Please don't miss. What does he switch into? Wheezing? This is fine though, because the sub was mostly here for the Moltres and Virizion, and he doesn't have either. So if he goes Wheezing, I guess I'll go Swampert. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm just going to set up rocks. Hopefully he King Shields here. But he might just switch into Hydreigon. Oh, he went for Toxic? Oh, that's great. I feel like he's just going to switch. But I gotta click it. Oh, that was great damage. So he's gonna Toxic me. And I know I'm not very hurt right now. But there's like 100% chance right now that he clicks King Shield, right? So I'm gonna rest, get rid of the Toxic, and just go for the Liquidation. Because he should be decently low. Is it even worth? No, I think I just click Earthquake. I click Earthquake on the King Shield. I don't want to give away the tech yet. Because if he switches into Hydreigon here, I want to make sure I can do some damage to it. And then Liquidation. Defense drop would be great. Okay. I kind of want to see what he'll do, so I'm going to rest here. If I die, I die. I'm especially defensive, though. He definitely has Grass Knot. Nah, bro, I'm not letting you do that to me again. Come on now. Okay, so he's gonna click grass now, right? I think I might. I have enough special defense that I should live a grass knot. He went for the scald. Okay. Don't burn. Okay. That's good. Okay, that's really good. Because now he's locked into scald. And he probably doesn't want this to die. What does he bring in on this? I think I just scalded myself. Licky Licky probably comes in. But nothing wants to be burned. Interesting that he switched out of the Hydreigon, though. Oh? Oh, getting the Aegislash out of the way. It's great. Definitely caught him off guard with my set, which is great. Okay. That's the main thread gone. But the Hydreigon's still there. Okay. It has Protect, so why would he not just Protect right here, right? I think I just click Psychic anyway. Oh, he wished. Okay. Does he protect? He's got to protect, right? Body press doesn't touch me. I'm already toxic. He's either going to switch or he's going to click protect. He went to... That is so great. I'm clicking play rough. I want him to think I'm physical, even though I had the grass knot, because that's what I did last time. Okay. That's fine. Now I'll get to see if it's Rocky Helmet. And if play rough gets it down to half, I kill it with a Thunderbolt. Oh, it's down to half anyway. Rocky Helmet? Not Rocky Helmet, so it's the Psychic Berry. Maybe Steel Berry. But this should kill. Let's go. Okay. Whew. A lot of stress has lifted off my shoulders. Neon. I know he outspeeds, but I also know he's scarfed. He's gonna go for the Hydro Pump, right? He has to. And I gotta keep him healthy, just in case he crits. Because Zeraora is my best answer to the Hydreigon, knowing that it's not scarfed. Flip turn? Okay, Scald, that's fine. Flick an Ice Beam. He's sacking it. Okay. Oh, man. So here's the deal. I don't think I need Slowking anymore. I want to make sure that if he is a setup set, that he doesn't get off a free nasty plot. So I'm going to click Ice Beam here. Hopefully he overpredicts, because why would I stay in, right? He's Dragon Dance. Heck yeah. That means he can't kill my Mandibuzz. Weakness policy. Okay. That is scary. That might be enough, to be honest. We'll see. I was great until I saw the weakness policy. Oh no. That's fine. Now here's the deal. I am specially defensive. This is physically defensive. I think my best bet is to kill it with a Brave Bird. Does a +3 kill? Oh, that doesn't kill. Does he go for the flinch? Oh my gosh. Oh, thank God. Oh. Hydreigon. Rest in peace, Slowking, but you did work. Thank you. Oh my gosh, and that just dies. Oh. Man, that weakness policy scared me so much. I need to know what that set was, because it was Crunch. He switched out, so I didn't see any other moves besides Dragon Dance. I think I just go to Tangrowth. My Toxicate. I mean, I can't lose, but that was so intense. That was a crit. Wow. I think I way over-prepared, but I'm glad I caught him off guard, and he thought that the Aegis Slash would work again, which is a big help to me, because honestly, if he'd bought a different set, it might have been a little different. Yeah. Anyways, GG to my opponent. The DCs, again, were very unfortunate for you. And me. I mean, it was just really annoying. But at least it wasn't, like, at the very end of the game like last time, because that would have been absolutely annoying, having to redo it again from such a late point in the game. So, GG. I'm sorry it has to end like this, because you did really well all season. But at the end of the day, I think our battles were both really fun. That Hydreigon at the end there got me really scared. So, yeah, if I didn't have Mandibuzz healthy in the back, I would think it was over at that point. I need to know what your set is. I'll message you after the battle. But, GG. I'm very happy to have won, and won so well, because I felt really bad after the week we had last time. So anyways, thanks you all for watching. I got to give Tangrowth a nice extra kill at the end here after last week, so GG, and hopefully I can do just as well in the semifinal match, because I feel like all the matches in the playoffs this season are going to be repeat battles. There's not really any new people. They were all on my bracket, so, well, I mean, there's still a couple battles going on, but I think I play Badass Frostas if he wins, I believe. who I've already played, and then his opponent. Actually, I don't think I played his opponent, Nashville. So we'll see. Thanks for watching.